interest rates are likely to go up. The dollars you are seeing will keep on rising. It will have impact on all of us. We are expecting that cost of living will continue to rise this year because China, even though they are now opening up their economy, they are still careful because of the rise of COVID over there. So all of this come together shows that this year will be tough financially.
I welcome you live on SBTV Africa. My name is DJ Nyame. If you just chance on our channel, welcome live. The voice of the community, SBTV Africa. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Follow us on all our social media, and this is SBTV Africa. We are on TikTok. We are on Instagram, Facebook, wherever, SBTV Africa. My numbers are on the screen, so you can just WhatsApp me or send me a voice note. Don't bother yourself calling. Just send me a voice note on WhatsApp. I'll respond to you. 0244 790 902 or 0240 677 898. Today, I have with me my main man, Patrick. 2023, first time in the studio. I think we did last year. We did few stuff before the end of the year and beginning of this year, 2023. I have him here. Matadeo, Matadeo. But some few things I saw yesterday online that I called him to come, and then also we look at the dollar issue. We look at Treasury bill too and other matters. So this one is very important. Investment and all that is very important. Let me just welcome him straight. Patrick, I welcome you live on SBTV Africa.
Thank you, boss.
Happy New Year. We've not met the whole of this year. So just physically, we've been talking. How did the Christmas and everything?
Oh, Charlie, for the first time I had to stay at home with the family. I didn't.
Family matters.
Yes, we just stay with the family.
Small chilling.
Oh,
As you are chilling, or you are also saving for January?
Football is my chilling.
Okay, you watch football.
I'm fine. But I mean, it went well. Man rested a bit. But we are back. 2023, we are back.
You advise people to manage their expenditure, how they will spend during the Christmas season, because January is a whole 90 days.
Yeah.
Wow, rough.
And you see, the sad aspect is that if you are a parent, most parents are crying now. Seriously. Especially for the schools. Charlie, schools are increasing the
fees and all that. I saw one online about 12,000 for crèche or something. 12,000
and sing ABCD and all those things. Oh, but 12,000.
Nursery crèche 12,000, 10,000, 9,000, and all that. It's too expensive.
Our friends who were paying 1,500, now they are paying almost close to 3,000 for one child. And if you have 4, so Charlie, if you went overboard in December, by now I'm sure people are crying. They won't say it, but they are. Anyway,
let's touch on one or two things. This is a very important thing. This matter, I can't talk. It be like the advert give this bank. But I want to ask Patrick to explain it. I saw something online yesterday from Zenith Bank saying that Zenith Bank voluntary exit security industry and capital markets as licensed trustees.
Yeah.
I mean, when I saw those things, as somebody would say, as a layman person, maybe I will not get it. I will say, what is happening? And then maybe it might cause fear and panic too and all that. So today, as I have you here, I want you to educate us so that people will understand the meaning of this. Okay,
so when we say a bank is licensed trustee, first of all, we need to understand how a bank operates. So a bank is under Bank of Ghana. Okay, so the roles they play under Bank of Ghana means that, one, they take deposit from people, you and I, we bring our money together, the bank will take it. The bank will use the deposit as loans for individuals and businesses. So what we say in finance is that they are intermediaries, they are the middlemen. Those that have too much, they take it from them, and those who need it, they give it to them. So that's what they do as pure service that they offer, and that is to Bank of Ghana. But some banks, one, decide to go into the capital market. And when you go into the capital market, you register with Security and Exchange Commission, which we call SEC. When you go there, there are a lot of services that you offer with SEC. One is that you can go into what we call collective schemes. Collective schemes means that you take monies from people, individuals, bring it together. That's what we call the unit trustee, and invest on behalf of the people. When the profit comes, the same way the money came in, you share the profit according to how much each person brought. we call it unit trustee. Then they have other things that you can also do. You can also go and float yourself as a company on the stock market for shareholders to come into the business and bring their money. So the question you ask, Zenith Bank, they are doing the banking thing with Bank of Ghana and it's okay. But they are saying that for some time now, certain things are not working for them on the security side. So the unit trustee, which means that they are bringing people's funds together and investing for them, they apply to Security and Exchange Commission that they don't want to do that again. And according to report, they actually sent that to Security and Exchange Commission at somewhere 2020, 2021. And Security and Exchange Commission, by their operations, when you bring that request, you yourself, you have to give notice to people that you have their funds. Do it twice before Security and Exchange Commission will bring out their final notice. So, per the report that you've seen and the notices that you've seen, Zenith Bank did that report last year, 2021, and also last year. So now they have satisfied what they have to do, and now SEC, or Security and Exchange Commission, yesterday brought a publication that, based on the conditions that Zenith Bank has fulfilled, now they have voluntarily moved out of the unit trustee.
Okay.
So they are no more doing that collective schemes and bringing funds here and investing. So that's what Zenith Bank has decided to do. Now, the reason why it created panic was that we are already in a situation where people are scared of the banking sector. People are not sure whether a bank will survive or not. So when there's any news that would try to spark some kind of fear, if you don't take care, you misinterpret it. So that's why people were now calling and here and there and they were afraid. But today, they have brought further discussions to explain what it means, and that's what I've just said. So Zenith Bank, as we speak, they don't want to do collective schemes again, which we call the unit trustee. But it does not affect the main banking that they are doing.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So their communication, I know, sometimes said things, they have to do some press conference, call the media houses. I'm a chance, so like I go give them, make the broadcaster and make the news go. You know, be paper. Everybody they read, they understand.
No one even reads this. This is what I'm talking about. Ask yourself, how many people are even seeing this?
So Zenith Bank, this one, if you are watching us today, me and Patrick, if we call with and cancel because we have a lot of followers.
Yes.
That they have to sort us. This one, there will be free promo they do for them.
I tell you.
For sort us, because you need to come out, call media houses to come and cover so that you explain, they ask questions, you explain so that when they go and show it and play it on radio and things, people will understand it. It do not cause fear and panic. Because
banking is about trust. It's not something that you can hold. It's not banking. It's not like you are going to buy water somewhere, you can hold it. Banking is about word of mouth. So if there's something that is happening that makes people not to believe the word of mouth, it causes panic. I'm sure if people are not watching this video, people will decide what they will do tomorrow.
They will go and be withdrawing and
there will be a
long
queue at Zenith just because there's miscommunication. So I believe that banks and the financial institutions should invest in communication, especially media communication, because let's say a station or people are watching this show, they'll pick it. They'll go and tell someone will go and tell someone. They can't realize the news is out there and people understand. It takes just one bad voice to collapse a bank.
It's true.
If I say something today on this channel and I say it and it's wrong, and people listen and they all decide to take action, the bank will collapse today.
It's true.
So it's important that once we hear something that is wrong, quickly diffuse it with some communication, and I think that they should invest in that.
A lot of us don't like reading
at all.
So if you don't communicate via video or something audio or something, really bad there.
Forget.
Only few Ghana. I'm just being honest.
Forget.
Really bad there. Say I can't the
No.
Oh, Maza.
People don't read. You remember the issue that is running around, that audio, WhatsApp audio that people were just sharing and all that.
Which one?
It's audio. The one that someone said, some doctor said.
Oh yeah. Someone sent it to me long time ago. But me say they put weed and all. But I saw it online that they've arrested him.
They've arrested him. I'm saying that if that person typed, nobody would have even forwarded or even read it. But because audio. So I'm buttressing your point that things that are relating to audio and video, it goes fast.
It goes fast. So reading there.
People don't like to read.
So people have to change your strategy. Zenith, come to us. Let's see how we can work things out. Anyway, so it's cleared. Don't panic. No panic. Just do business with them. No panic. Don't go and do any withdrawal. Patrick, let's go to dollar. You know this dollar issues there. We started again in January. Last year we before Christmas you explained a lot that dollar will be dropping and January to go up and I mean we are in January, so what's up?
So you said what I said last year is exactly what is happening. The dollar situation in this country is a cycle. Cycle means that it goes up and down, and there are seasons that will cause it to go up, and there are things that will cause it to come down. Last year, December, the first December to let's say about 21st, 22nd, 23rd, what happened is actually something that has never happened in so many years, where dollar will go down in December. And I said it here so many times that dollar will go up, the price of the dollar will go up between January and March every year. It will also go up between August and November and December every year for two reasons, and I will explain again. For the latter part of the year, August to November, people will need to buy more items for the Christmas. So it means that during that time, there's so much pressure on the little dollars in Ghana because we don't spend dollars. We don't, as people will say, we don't chop dollars in Ghana. So the little that people will need to go and bring items from, let's say, China, America, and all this, there's pressure on it. So once there's pressure on it, it's a simple economics, demand and supply. When people are demanding for something and the supply is low, the price will go up. So that's why you always see the dollar going up around that time. Now when we start a new year, you have some people that will still need to go and take more goods because they have used all in Christmas. That's one. The bigger part of it is that some companies that are in Ghana, but they are foreign companies. So let's say a company is, let's say, an American company. It's in Ghana. They have businesses here. When they make profit, by law, they have to send some of the profit to their home country. We call it repatriation of profit. They normally do it between January and March. So that time too, those people will go and look for dollars. And it's the same Bank of Ghana that have to go and look for the dollars for them. So when you add that one, plus those who are restocking, plus the fuel, these three, when you add it together, between January and March, there's always pressure on the cedi. And you see that the cedi will depreciate. Now what government upon government have done in the past to make sure that January to March, the situation is not that bad is that during that time they go to the euro market to go for a loan, which you call the euro bond, the euro bond. And that money will come in around February. And once it comes in, there's so much dollars, so we don't see the impact that much. Last year, we couldn't go to the euro market because Ghana was downgraded. There were reports that Ghana, we can't pay our debt. So people were not ready to give us money. This year, we can also go again because of the debt exchange program. So this year, between now and maybe April, if government negotiation with IMF does not go well, forget. The dollar will keep on depreciating and depreciating. The only good thing that we can see this year is maybe if that policy that the government has brought, the gold for oil goes well. Because to be honest with you, the amount of money we used to buy fuel every month, according to the government, it's about 40% going to fuel. So if you are able to do this policy, and this policy basically means that we are going to buy oil with cedis, because we are buying the gold here with cedis, and we are going to sell it to them. So we are not going to look for dollars. So it means that about 40% of the dollars that we need every month we save. So maybe that is what will help us not to see the impact. But until we go through this IMF thing, the dollar will keep on rising around this time because this is the peak season that people need dollars to import things. So that is a dollar cycle. Until we get to a point where we are getting so much of our money going out by export and we are not importing a lot of things in the country, we will continue seeing this cycle till God comes.
But the production, we are not producing all the time. Importation.
See, sometimes when we say we are not producing, the little that we are producing, how much are they even selling in this country for people to buy? Because we have allowed these foreigners to come in. But the
question is that if we are producing here and we are exporting it,
yes,
we will make money. The dollar will not go up.
Yes.
But forget about we Ghana. I'm not talking about we the citizens. If we are producing things to, let's say, Europeans, Western world standard,
yes,
and we are selling it.
Yes.
There are some petty things here that we can get it here.
Exactly.
We don't need to go and bring it outside.
I agree with you perfectly. That one. When
you go out, last time I was interviewing one man. He's selling kwakwe trap. You know Kwakwe trap, the trap, the Kwakwe trap. He said they import it from China.
How?
I was like, that's one method that he said, yeah, China
Alumi boys can do it.
I said, he said they import it from China. I said,
branded.
And that day I was shocked. I was just standing there. I was like, oh yeah, sure. This thing we go to
Alumi boys can do it.
This thing they can simple thing, say they import it. I was surprised. I was like, really? Everything they import.
I'm not surprised.
So then what are we doing?
So you see, we as citizens too, we have so much taste for foreign goods. It's because we have not put restrictions on certain industries. Let me tell you, when you go to other countries, there are certain industries that foreigners can never go in. No matter
Yeah.
So those industries are left for the local people and it's protected. Now go to even Okanshi and those places. Stores. Foreigners are owning the stores. Normal retail that by our law is for only Ghanaians. Now foreigners are going to the retail side. Not to talk about the other things that we can produce in this country. One, people are not getting the support from the banks to produce those things. Have someone who needs about 5,000 cedis, just 5,000 cedis from a bank or a financial institution, to develop a land that will produce items that will help the locality. That person is not getting the 5,000 from the bank. Can you blame him? You can't blame him. So that person will decide now, oh, let me also go and import. Then the importation is just rising. It's just rising. Look at the rice situation in this country. Nigeria, when they started this blocking of importation of rice, people were just fighting. Now they have stopped. You can't take import of rice to Nigeria. Nobody will even buy it. These are the things that we need to locate.
Yeah, eating their local rice.
And they are used to it now. So many years ago.
So more people are into it and they are making money.
I remember some years back, I was listening to one preacher and he called this particular thing acquired taste. Let me tell you, there are things that you may not like today, but as you eat, you get used to it. That's how it works. So let's also start and put some restrictions on a lot of things. Look at the amount of money we use to import rice. If you're able to cut that one 50%, you are saving the city. So these are the things that those who have the powers to do the policy, they should implement. That's all. People are not being able to implement some of this thing because they have interest.
Chop.
They have interest in it.
When they make good, they go on chop. He go take you on. Bring it.
They are even imported. They themselves are importers.
Hey, he had this country. Anyway, so so the dollar there, the measures that you just mentioned. If we don't implement,
forget.
We there.
You will go.
Forget.
Until if you're able to get maybe an IMF coming on board, then people will now be afraid, and now they will think that things are stabilizing. Until that time can matter, forget.
Charlie.
Forget. If you have some dollars, they must keep it. Forget.
Yeah. Let's talk about the T-bill, Treasury bill. What's up? Is it going? I heard it's going up. And also some mata day. What's happening?
Yeah. So this week, 16th was the Monday or Tuesday. The new rate that came out for 91 days is about 32%. For 182 days is about 30%.
Wow.
Then for 1 year is about 26%.
Wow.
That's the latest rate from T-bills. Now, you're asking whether there are issues around it. Now, when you look at the government debt exchange program, you know I've explained it here before. Let me explain what it means again. Now, debt exchange simply means that let's say you are Ghana and I'm a citizen. I've given my money to you as the government. And I'm saying that government, I'm giving this money to you for 2 years. And government said that because I've given your money to me 2 years, I'll give you some interest every 6 months. Then when the 2 years is up, I'll pay you your money. The government is supposed to use that money to go and do some developmental things and make profit and come and pay me. Now, government upon government, they are not able to do the thing well. Monies are going somewhere that people cannot account for it. So government has not seen that, Charlie, I can't pay people again. So if I can't pay people again, your 2 years now, let's take it to 15 years. Some wants 1 year, let's take it to 15 years. So that I'll get enough time to pay you. But every year, I'll pay you something small. Initially, when that thing came, that's what we call debt exchange program. Now, they said that it was affecting institutions. So like the bank, insurance company, pension house, who have monies with government. Because they got that big money. They are the only people affected. And the government was clear. I listened to the president some months back. He was clear. Individual bondholders are not going to be affected. Treasury was not going to be affected. So we're all happy. I think I came here and I explained. Then in December, whilst people were enjoying Christmas, they brought a new communication that individual bondholders, that's individuals like you and I, who have money with government, we have been invited to come and exchange. Now, listen to the word though. It's what? Invited to come and exchange. It means that you can decide not to go. If you decide not to go, and your 2 years is up and the government says, I can't pay, you can't do anything. When you tell the government to court, the court can only tell the government that, okay, the person is, you are owing the person, so pay. The government is saying, okay, I can pay in 15 years' time. You can't do anything to the government. So indirectly, we are saying that individual bondholders are part. Now, the thing that makes it very sad is that the last part of the document, it says that treasury bills are not part, but from time to time, government may consider it.
From time to time.
From time to time, government may consider it. It's a word to wise.
As we are speaking
here,
now,
it's not part.
It's not part, but from time to time. So let's say if you go join, maybe next month plans will change.
Yes.
That's our money day inside already.
Anything at all. Because they are government. So that's what has made people not certain as to if government will indeed touch. Because see, the moment government touches individual bondholders, like we have seen, it touches treasury bill. Trust me. The hardship we are seeing today, you can't compare it. It's not even about 10% of what will happen when that thing is done. When you go to other countries that implemented this in China, it wasn't easy. So I am saying that government should not go into the individual bondholder side. They should not go to the treasury bill side. When you touch
the hardship will be more.
Too much. And it's not just about hardship. You are setting a bad precedent going forward. How can you even encourage people to invest? If people in the country decide not to invest because of this, you know what will happen? One, all institutions in Ghana will collapse. Because nobody will take their money to the bank. And if no one takes their money to the bank, it means that the bank will not have money to give out as loans. Businesses will not expand.
Robbery too will be more.
A lot. And if businesses are not expanding, at some point in time, they will lay people off.
Yeah.
And if you are laying people off, they are going to sit at home. That's where the robbery comes in. People will start to do bad things just to survive. So there are things that you don't touch. Treasury will don't touch. Individual bond will don't touch. I remember some 2 weeks ago, I don't have the permission of the person to say, but let me say it.
Hi there, my name is Calipos, the only boss with one S. Happy new month to all of you. Welcome to a month of new possibilities. Do you know why life has been made so easy? It's because of TapTapSend. People, TapTapSend is here to make your life easy if you want to transfer money to Ghana. If you want to transfer from USA, if you want to transfer from UK, Europe, Canada, a lot of places all to Ghana. And guess what? When it comes to Ghana, there's no e-levy charge. So, what are you waiting for? Download TapTapSend on Google Play Store and App Store and be ready for exciting offers coming your way each time, every time on TapTapSend.
TapTapSend. Send more, spend less.
Person watch our channel and we did some video on the bond. Types of investments and times. The person has done the bond. So the person called me. I was at a wedding. She called. And I know what she's watching, so she will know what I'm saying is true. And when she called at the wedding, there was so much noise. And I told the person, we had spoken some time ago, and I explained to her that at the time she was calling, individual bondholders were not part. So she sent me a communication from one quarter that they are not part. And she called me immediately. I was at the wedding. I told the person that, oh, there's so much noise here, so I can't. When I'm done, I'll call you. So the person sent me a long message saying that I'm defending the government and we are part of the problem and we will not defend them, and the government has added individual bondholders. Oh, I said, oh, but me, Patrick sitting in somewhere. I don't work for the government. I'm a private advisor. Why will you be attacking me like that? So I waited. When I finished the program, then I sent her a message that what she said was not right. When we come here, we sit here, we are only advising. So if you have gone to do bondholder, do some bonds as a bondholder, the best thing is that you have to come together as a group and go and meet the government. It's not what I will say or what someone will say. Of course, I will go on the radio, I will blast the government for what they have done. But if you don't meet the government table and discuss, the government will not listen. And I know yesterday, they met the Ministry of Finance, including the minister was there, and they are discussing on how they can go about it. That person that called, that person is a pensioner. And all her investments, she used that to buy a bond. And she's expecting to be getting the 6 months interest to be living on. And this person's investment is in danger. So when she called, I understood it. She was calling with anger. So these are the people that are going to be affected by the individual bond that you are going to hold. People are going to be impoverished. They won't get more money to eat because their money have been locked. Money that they need it next year to do something, you say 15 years time. What's that? Most of them, out of anger, out of pain, will die before the 15 years.
Let me ask you this, so if let's say I'm on retirement, I have like 50,000.
Yes, sir.
Instead of sending it to the bank,
Yeah.
and I have some business that maybe I've done research I've done some survey to see that Charlie, if I put maybe the 50,000 in maybe 3 or 4 or 5 months, I'll get this amount of money. Will you advise me to use the money to do business, or rather go and put this bond or treasury built in?
Someone who is on retirement, I always advise you, when you're on retirement, we don't do cha-cha with your last money. It's not for cha-cha. Retirement, no. You see, retirement, you don't have any source of income, stream of income. If you work for someone, you don't have that genuine source of income that if you do an investment and it goes bad, at least your income will be coming. So on retirement, you don't do that kind of risky cha-cha business.
So you prefer which one?
That person, I'll tell the person, if you can't keep the money with you, please just go and buy, at least go and buy fixed deposit.
Okay.
And do your
so at least 3 months, you get something.
That one day you have hope that something will come out of it. Don't go and do business because someone says it's good. Let me tell you, if that business goes down, it's done. It means that you don't have any money again. But if it's fixed deposit and even something happens, those who got their monies locked up some years back, they all got their money back. My father had his money locked. He got his money back. At least that one is hope. But your business, you can go and employ some young man that you should look after the business. Charlie, you don't know. The next day, that man will clear the board. I remember we gave some money to someone to do some business. I always cried. The guy did the business. Poso. So that's me. I can change the person. But you the one on retirement, you can be 65, 70 years. Can I go and change the person? Even if I arrest the person said I don't have the money, what will you do to the person? You can't jail the person. The court can tell the person pay. The person will tell you that the same thing, I'll pay 15 years. What can you do? You can't do anything. So on retirement, I beg. If you are watching this video, you are going on retirement. Don't do cha-cha with your money.
So you better get some one house at the village and go and stay there and then maybe eat your greens and then go into farming.
That's all.
Go into farming.
But don't go and say that, I'm on retirement, I have money, I want to do some business. Forget. Because you don't have strength, people will be playing around you. If you don't take care, what's that?
So let's talk about the economy. A lot of people want to come and invest too. In Ghana, they want to come and set up business and all that. But we are in a system and everybody is complaining. Let's go. Money they run, this. Let's talk about the economy first before we talk about those who want to invest.
Okay, so you see, since last year, the economy has not been doing well. All the things that we are mentioning, they are indication that the economy is not doing well. And I'm not really seeing the vibe of the government to change it. This year, if you read about the projections from IMF and World Bank, this year is going to be tougher than last year. And if it's tougher than last year, it means that Ghana, we are even worse. When about a week ago, when you listen to if let's go to America, like the finance minister, he said that by June, if the American government, they don't do something, they will also be doing what we are doing, the debt exchange. They can't pay the loans that they have. That's America. And anything that happens to America and China, it affects all of us, including Ghana. So these are the projections of things that may not go well. Interest rates are likely to go up. The dollar, as you are seeing, will keep on rising. It will have impact on all of us. We are expecting that cost of living will continue to rise this year. Because China, even though they are now opening up their economy, they are still careful because of the rise of COVID over there. So all of this come together shows that this year will be tough financially. So economy like Ghana, when you look at where we stay, last year Ghana was downgraded like 4 times. Our credit rating, it means that
downgraded 4 times.
Our ability to pay loans. Those who rate us, they downgraded us almost every 2 months. They were doing that. Even in November, when IMF thing was still coming, they downgraded us.
So we don't go hypocrite or waiting.
If it was in the past, before 2000, like Ghana was hypocrite already. Because those days, when you cross 70, you are hypocrite. Now we are above 8. Very soon we'll get to 100, and then we'll call it neck to neck. That means that if government or Ghana is producing 100 cedis, that 100 cedis cannot pay their loans. So that's why government is doing this debt restructuring and all those things. So the economy is not doing well. We shouldn't kid ourselves. As to whether there is hope, we may have to wait and see. See, some of the things that government can do, you have to cut expenditure. Certain projects should be halted for let's say the next 5 years, so that we'll get enough money, because we are spending too much. 2, corruption should be tackled.
As for corruption, as for corruption, yeah. And then you start to say account.
Too much. And it's eating up every money that we are getting this country.
As for corruption, the Charlie Massa.
It's too much. And do you know where the corruption is? They pack all the corruption nicely, package it, and they've given it a name, procurement. Ghana, if you want to do corruption, that's where they all go. Okay, I'm going to buy this water.
If it's 1 cedi, they say it's 12, 20 cedis.
Yes. And the one who is selling it will give you invoice 20 cedis. Meanwhile, when the person is selling to another person, it's 1 cedi. And that's why you pass aside for. So something that 10 million cedis can do in Ghana, right? I realize 100 million. That 90 million is going to people's pockets. And we are the same people that are going to pay. So we add all these things up, and economy is not doing well. Inflation is high. December, inflation was about 54%. Come on, 54%. It means that what your money could do in November, by December, it can only do about 48%. That's inflation. So all of this shows that things are not working. Economically, things are not working. You can twist it and say it's global, blah blah blah. Yes, globally things are not going well, but everything global, we should also feel it.
I remember we spoke about this since our leaders are not putting this corruption thing you are talking. What about us? We the individuals in the market and doing business, and what about us? Which we are part of. Now that you are talking about this dollar thing, dollar went up, fuel went up, the prices went up, and dollar came down, it was reduced, and still nothing has been reduced. Now, if dollar goes up again, they will increase again.
Of course. I always tell people that, who are the leaders? Where are they coming from? The leaders are growing from the same society. Those at the top, they were like us with the society. So if the society is bad, it's the same people that we are training to get to the top. So once those at the top are doing it, we as individuals, market women, drivers, those that I even hate, don't want to hear their names, is the drivers. Come on. When diesel was 23 cedis, we were charged a certain amount. Diesel has come to 15 cedis. Even 1 cedi, they don't want to remove it.
They said it's not only diesel that they use, they buy parts.
And so what?
And that's what they said.
So when it was going,
they buy parts, and the parts and prices are increased.
People always want to give excuses for the wrong thing.
Seriously,
they want to give. Even Ghana, you arrest an armed robber, he will tell you that because he's hungry. That's an excuse. So the driver, what they are saying is an excuse. That thing has come down from 23 to 15. That's 8 cedis. And you just.
I saw one video I think on TikTok. The woman was saying that she went to a shop to buy something. And then the woman who was selling then received a call that the dollar price has shoot up. Then she increased her price. Yeah. Then another time she went again. They said she intentionally went again. Dollar price has reduced. She went again. She said, I said dollar price has reduced. She said they are waiting for price. From who?
Yes. Is it an excuse?
You see that you are waiting for prices from who?
When the dollar went up, some of the drivers themselves changed the price. They didn't even wait for even any sheet. When the sheet even came, they were still not doing it. So that's the problem. So you can go and sit as one side, blast everybody at the top, but you your store that you are there, things have gone down. Did you also reduce your price? No. They will give mathematical explanation because of that. Forgetting that if you cheat me, someone is also thinking like you. You're also going to buy the person's thing. The other person is also going to cheat you.
So that's why we are all complaining.
You won't go anywhere. It's a cycle. You are just there. You are making 10 cedis profit here, but you are going to use the 10 cedis profit to go and buy something that was also increased by 10 cedis. It's not the same thing. The mindset is not good.
The last one, investment. I was talking about people that they want to come and invest this time. Do you advise them to come and do investment, looking at the economy from what you are saying?
There's a saying that in crisis, people are able to turn things around, win. So even in Ghana now, as we are talking about inflation, people are still making it genuinely from businesses. it's all about locating the business that you want to do and the opportunities available to you. Just, I think this morning, yes, someone WhatsApped me and was saying that he wants to bring something to Ghana to sell. And he's thinking about the dollar rate and all that. And I asked the person one simple question. How much is the thing being sold in Ghana? Do you know it? He says no. All you need to do is what we call hedging. Plus or minus of interest rate change. You use that as part of your profit so that once you sell it and the price gets to that point, you're able to sell it. So there's opportunity. Locate that opportunity. Talk to people about it. See, Ghana people don't want to pay for consultants. Are you aware of that?
Oh, consultancy that they will not pay.
People don't want to pay. They
come and pay and you're free.
Yes, you want free advice. But free advice, no, it's limited. Me, for example, when it comes to you for advice and you say it's free, there are things I will tell you, basic things. But if you want to meet to discuss things, then we talk.
Then they need to pay you.
But people don't want to do that. So when they want to do business, oh yes, say this one say, okay, now based on that, let me.
Charlie, I go see what is that, Charlie? Matisse be moving. Some business is moving in Ghana, which means they say we buy and say, oh, Charlie, let me send money. Let me send money. You don't have idea. You don't know anything about the business. No research. Then no, they just pump money. Then they say, oh, Charlie, business. I try to invest in it.
You don't take your time to. I think I've said this here, and it's something I will always say. I say, when you're going to do investment, we don't rush. If you're going to stop the investment, you don't rush. These are two things. If you want to send your money into a business, take your time, read about it, learn about it. If you're not convinced, don't do it. Don't allow even your brother, your spouse to convince you. If you yourself, you're not convinced. It's better to keep your money and be fine than to think, oh, okay, because you have said it, let me go and do it. No. Be convinced. Because your money, if it runs down the drain, that is all. And if you're also going to stop the business because something is happening, take your time. Gather more information. There's some businesses that may not be working today. We are in January, but it will work in April. If you don't take your time, you go and stop it today, and by April, that business will be booming and you lose. So these are the things that we need to understand when it comes to business. So if you are watching and you're outside, please take your time. If you want to do a business, gather more information, understand the opportunities here. All you need to do is to locate the opportunity. And once you locate the opportunity, someone you'll be enjoying. I know someone who is in America, he has a business here, consultancy. The guy is making so much money, but he's in America and he's doing hala. Meanwhile, the business is doing well in Ghana. So once you locate it, you'll be able to align yourself and get some profit out of it. Okay, so before I leave you, find out you are in Accra. We are not outside Accra. So what business is moving? I think last year I asked you the same question. So what business is moving now? The business that if you want to commit your money to, you will not lose is anything that relates to buying and selling. Anything buying and selling, especially things that relate to children, women. You will not lose. But me there, for me, if you ask me to me food. Food. I mean the food there, hey. But you see, food there, correct food though, who can work? To me there, any corner they will come back. Exactly. Any corner. But you see, the danger of that is that when they start nicely, people will come and buy. But later on they change their hands. Then they get so busy, they give it to their people. That's the problem. Then the food taste will change. People will complain, they will not listen. 6 months time, 1 year, the business will collapse. Charlie, bread business we go. It's good. We crazy business. Yeah, but people they chop bread for this country. Bread people they chop. Bread. So that one too is also very good. Bakery. But I mean, anything that people eat and people wear, once you go and get a good price, people will buy. Especially when it's ladies and children, that one people are always buying diapers, those things. People are always buying. So just go into those areas. That's why I don't need to think and plan too much. All you need to do is, how am I going to sell this particular product? Am I going for store or am I going for deliveries? Once you locate the one that works for you, that's all. You just have to go ahead and do it. That's it, Charlie. Patrick, thank you so much for passing through SBTV Africa. Patrick Ba Abankwa. Yes, sir. Nice one. You can also check it out on social media. It's on TikTok, Facebook, everywhere. Instagram, mention it. Oh, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, everywhere. I did. Patrick TV GH. Patrick TV GH. Charlie, thank you so much for watching. If you like our show, tap on subscribe. I'll be bringing more. You know, every week we have started the year again, so he'll be coming next week. I'll bring him again on different topics. So you can also join us at the comment section. Make sure you share this to your friends and family for more. I'll thank my production team, and my name is DJ Nyame. Subscribe for more. Tour out. Pew.